It's the weekend here in our Transformer world, and we're starting this Friday with some interesting movie news, to say the least. It looks like the next time you might be seeing the robots in the skies and our beautiful Transformers in theaters might not be how you think. Nope, it's not going to be a sequel to Transformers 1, and it's definitely probably not going to be that G.I. Joe crossover movie. The next time you might be seeing Transformers in theaters will probably be in a cameo role for an upcoming Toys R Us movie. You heard me right, a Toys R Us movie. It seems the people behind the production of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie franchise, Story Kitchen as they're called, now going into their fourth Sonic the Hedgehog movie, are working on the development of a Toys R Us movie slated to debut in 2027. So Variety dropped this exclusive news, and later on, Story Kitchen on their Instagram account made the announcement of the early development and what they label here as a movie aimed to capture the childhood wonder in a modern, fast-paced adventure that taps into Toys R Us's brand relevance across the 70 years. They say that they want to do a movie in the vein of Night of the Museum, Back to the Future, Big, Jumanji, or the recent Barbie movie. Now, that's a lot of movies that are all very different from each other, so I don't really know which way they're going to lean on that. But I imagine, just from my perspective, it'll probably be something more along the lines of, like, let's say the Lego movie or even Toy Story. You know, like Toys R Us using their store or their history as a foundation for the movie's narrative while dropping in all of those iconic toy brands to kind of push the story forward in a lot of ways. And, kind of like how like Toy Story had Mr. Potato Head, or, the Lego movie had Batman. So it's kind of something that I could see them going about it that way. And I'm pretty sure, it's something that I could see them approaching the toy companies themselves and them, dropping everything to get an opportunity to be in these movies. Because right now toy companies are struggling, and any kind of Hollywood press or attention Hasbro or Mattel, I'm sure, would be jumping at the chance to get. And it worked well for the Lego movie, worked well for Toy Story back in the day. So a Toys R Us movie featuring Hasbro and Mattel products could work, I guess, perhaps, depending on how the narrative is. One concerning part I do have is there's the mention here in this article of also Toys R Us Studios being involved. And Toys R Us Studios, for people that aren't aware, is a studio that they opened up, and they use, I think it's Opera or Sora or whatever it is, AI, to make these movies from scratch with no actors, no artists, no voice talent. So I hope that's not going to be involved in any way. You could actually see some of their creations already on their website, and it's exactly as you imagine from AI 100% created movies. So a bit of a red flag, but hopefully it's not what I think it is, and maybe it's just them, I guess, helping in a small way to guide it. At the end of the day, honestly, this all reeks of what happened to Marvel in late 1996. People don't know Marvel in 96. They had a rough couple of years. They filed for bankruptcy. They were about to go under, and Marvel pretty much survived, long story short, by selling the rights to all their big franchises to movie studios. Like Fox got X-Men and Fantastic Four, Sony got Spider-Man, New Line Cinema got Blade. I could go on and on. So that's kind of what kept Marvel alive when they were going to honestly be bought by DC. Who knows what would have happened there. So between Toys R Us barely existing in the United States anymore, except for little pop-ups here and there, and them having a absolutely terrible Q4 holiday season in last 2024, resulting in Canada and all their major cities closing 60 to 70% of their Toys R Us locations. I think this might be another one of those survival mechanisms, and maybe they're selling the film rights to their brand to a big Hollywood studio that's willing to bite in order to keep their head above water. And again, if I'm a betting man, next time we're going to be seeing Optimus Prime in a movie, alongside with G.I. Joe, Barbie, and He-Man, it's probably going to be here. So we'll see what happens. It might be a smart move. This could be something that works out great. This could be something that's just a big flop. But it is someplace that I could see them dropping the Transformer brand and putting it in some place to give it some pop culture relevance. Just a small little interesting piece of news I kind of wanted to put out there and let you guys dig at it and see what you think and what our next appearance of the Robots in the Skies might be. And again, it's not what we wanted. We want another big movie, sequel to Transformers 1, another big blockbuster or something like that. But this seems like this will be the next step on the road trip. And it's not the destination that we're hoping for. It's more just a little side stop in the meantime, little gas station stop. But who knows, could lead to something new. Anyways, I hope you enjoy your weekend on this beautiful Friday, and thanks again for listening to the Transformer Slag podcast. We have the Transformers Saturday night live stream tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, here on the Transformer Slag podcast channel. So be sure to check that out and hang out with us, take some super chat questions, and just enjoy the Saturday night talking about the Robots in the Skies. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you in the near future.